Have you ever wondered how the United States became the nation it is today? It's a story of revolution, expansion, conflict, and incredible transformation. Let's take a journey back in time, starting in the late 18th century. Imagine a group of colonies, thousands of miles from their ruling power in Great Britain. Tensions were high. The colonists felt oppressed by taxes and laws imposed without their consent. Cries for no taxation without representation echoed through the streets of Boston and Philadelphia. This growing discontent wasn't just whispers. It erupted into open rebellion. The American Revolution began, a David and Goliath struggle where determined colonists fought for their freedom against the most powerful empire in the world. Minutemen clashed with redcoats at Lexington and Concord, and General George Washington led a Continental Army through brutal winters and hard-fought battles. In the midst of this struggle, a powerful idea took root. In 1776, a group of visionary leaders gathered in Philadelphia and signed the Declaration of Independence. This document was more than just a breakup letter to a king. It was a radical proclamation that all men are created equal, with rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. After years of war, with crucial help from allies like France, the unimaginable happened. The colonists won. The Treaty of Paris was signed in 1783, officially recognizing the United States of America as an independent nation. A new country was born, founded on the revolutionary principles of democracy and freedom. With independence secured, the young nation faced the monumental task of building a government. The Constitution was drafted, creating a framework for a republic that has endured for over 2 centuries. The early years were a whirlwind of growth and ambition. The country began to look westward, across the vast, uncharted territories stretching to the horizon. A pivotal moment came in 1803 with the Louisiana Purchase. In one of the greatest land deals in history, President Thomas Jefferson acquired a massive expanse of territory from France, effectively doubling the size of the United States overnight. This fueled a wave of westward expansion. Pioneers, traders, and settlers in covered wagons pushed across the continent, driven by the dream of a new life and the belief in manifest destiny, the idea that America was destined to stretch from coast to coast. This expansion, however, came at a great cost to Native American populations who were displaced from their ancestral lands. As the nation grew in size, it also grew more divided. A dark shadow loomed over the country, the institution of slavery. The economy of the southern states was built on the labor of enslaved African Americans, while the northern states were moving towards abolition. This fundamental difference created a deep and bitter rift. Every new state added to the Union became a battleground over whether it would be a free state or a slave state. Tensions mounted, compromises were made and then broken, and the nation edged closer to a precipice. The question of slavery wasn't just a political debate, it was a moral crisis that tore at the very soul of America. By 1861, the breaking point was reached. The election of Abraham Lincoln, who opposed the expansion of slavery, was the final straw for the southern states. They seceded from the Union, forming the Confederate States of America. The nation was plunged into its darkest hour, the Civil War. This was not a war against a foreign enemy. It was a war of brother against brother. The fields of Gettysburg, Antietam, and Shiloh became soaked in the blood of Americans fighting Americans. The conflict was brutal, introducing new, more deadly forms of warfare. President Lincoln, a man of profound conviction and moral clarity, guided the Union through these tumultuous years. His primary goal was to preserve the nation, to ensure that the government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. A turning point in the war and in American history came with his Emancipation Proclamation, which declared that all enslaved people in Confederate territory were to be freed. This transformed the war into a fight not just for the Union, but for human freedom itself. After 4 long and devastating years, the Union emerged victorious in 1865. The war was over, but the nation was deeply scarred. Slavery was officially abolished with the 13th Amendment, but the monumental task of rebuilding the South and integrating millions of newly freed African Americans into society had just begun. This period, known as Reconstruction, was fraught with challenges, violence, and political battles. It was a time of both incredible progress and heartbreaking setbacks. setting the stage for the long and difficult struggle for civil rights that would continue for generations. In the decades following the Civil War, America underwent another profound transformation. An explosion of industry, fueled by innovation and immigration, turned the agrarian nation into an industrial powerhouse. Railroads crisscrossed the continent, cities swelled with new arrivals from around the world, and names like Carnegie, Rockefeller, and Ford became synonymous with American enterprise. As the 20th century dawned, America's growing economic strength pushed it onto the world stage. Though initially hesitant to get involved in foreign entanglements, the United States was drawn into World War I. American soldiers, or doughboys, played a crucial role in securing an Allied victory. Just 2 decades later, the world was plunged into conflict again. The attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941 thrust the United States into the heart of World War II. The nation mobilized on an unprecedented scale. The arsenal of democracy produced an astonishing amount of ships, planes, and weapons, while millions of men and women served in uniform. The victory in World War II solidified America's position as a global superpower. But a new kind of conflict soon emerged, the Cold War. For nearly half a century, the United States and the Soviet Union engaged in an intense ideological, political, and military standoff. This era was defined by the space race, the nuclear arms race, and proxy wars across the globe. From the revolutionary ideals of 1776 to its role as a world leader in the 21st century, the history of the United States is a complex tapestry of triumph and tragedy, unity and division. It's a continuous story of a nation striving to live up to its founding principles. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through American history. If you found this interesting, please like, share, and subscribe for more stories about our world. See you next time.